Welcome to GED Exam Practice Test. Our topic today is Social Studies Practices. Download the app by using the link in the description or by searching GEDprep AI Tutor in the App Store and Google Play to access more exam-like practice tests. The first question is based on this cartoon referencing the labor movement of the early 20th century. Question 1. What viewpoint does the cartoonist express about strikes in the early 20th century labor movement? A. Strikes harm workers. B. Strikes can improve working conditions. C. Farm workers strike more than factory workers. D. Strikes should disrupt production. The correct answer is A. Strikes harm workers. Explanation. The source explicitly states that the cartoonist's perspective is that strikes negatively affect workers, not that they are beneficial. This means the cartoon visually depicts the adverse consequences of strikes for the laborers themselves, conveying a message that strikes cause suffering or loss for workers. Question 2 is based on the following information. Ancient Greece was the pinnacle of early civilizations. While the Babylonians had math and ancient Egypt built the pyramids, ancient Greece introduced us to democracy. Question 2. Which fact does the historian use to support the claim that ancient Greece was the greatest early civilization? Ancient Greece paved the way for democracy. But ancient Greece was the greatest civilization. C. Babylonians used arithmetic. D. Egyptians built pyramids. The correct answer is A. Ancient Greece paved the way for democracy. Explanation. The historian makes a subjective claim. Ancient Greece was the pinnacle of early civilizations. To support this claim, a historian would present a fact. The historian contrasts Greece with other civilizations. While the Babylonians had math and ancient Egypt built the pyramids, and then offers Greece's unique contribution. Ancient Greece introduced us to democracy. This is presented as the reason for Greece's supposed greatness. Question 3 is based on the following chart. The Articles of Confederation were the predecessor to the United States Constitution. Question 3. What conclusion can be drawn from the table comparing the Articles of Confederation and the Constitution? A. The Constitution gives more power to the federal government than the Articles did. B. Congress can enforce tax collection under the Constitution but not the Articles. C. There were no national armed forces before the Constitution. D. The Articles did not regulate trade nationally. The correct answer is A. The Constitution gives more power to the federal government than the Articles did. Explanation. The Articles of Confederation created a weak central government, while the Constitution established a stronger federal system with greater authority to tax, raise an army, and regulate trade. If the table details these specific changes, which it would have to for the explanation to be valid, then the conclusion that the Constitution granted more power to the federal government is strongly supported. Question 4 is based on the following chart. Question 4. Which two items make up the largest part of the Sanchez family's budget according to the circle graph? A. Housing and food. B. Housing and entertainment. C. Food and car. D. Entertainment and other. The correct answer is A. Housing and food. Explanation. According to the graph, the Sanchez family allocates the most significant portions of their budget to housing, 33%, and food, 20%. Following these primary expenses are other costs at 19% and car expenses at 18%. Entertainment accounts for the smallest share of their budget at a mere 10%. Question 5 is based on the following chart. Question 5. Which statement is supported by the bar graph about divorce rates in the hemisphere? A. Brazil has a greater rate of divorce than Mexico. B. Cuba has the highest divorce rate. C. Mexico's divorce rate is decreasing. D. Mexico has the second lowest divorce rate. The correct answer is A. Brazil has a greater rate of divorce than Mexico. Explanation. The bar graph shows Brazil's divorce rate at 0.6, higher than Mexico's 0.4. Cuba does not have the highest rate, and there's not enough data to determine a trend for Mexico. Mexico has the lowest rate, not second lowest. Question 6 is based on the following table. Question 6. Which of the following is a possible median age for New Mexico in 2010? A. 36, B. 32, C. 34, D. 35. The correct answer is A. 36. Explanation. Median is the middle value, so calculate half the total number, about 1,029,590, to identify the age range with the median. There are 518,672 people included in under 18. So add in the 18 to 19 group, the 20 to 24 group, and the 25 to 34 group to reach a sum of 989,456. The 35 to 49 group will include the 1,029,590th person. So 36 is correct. Question 7 is based on the following line graph. Question 7. What does the line graph suggest about presidential elections from 1992 to 2012? A. The average margin was larger when Republicans won. Both Democrats and Republicans won equally often. C. The average margin of victory was larger when a Democrat won than when a Republican won. D. More electoral votes were cast in 2008 than in 1996. The correct answer is C. The average margin of victory was larger when a Democrat won than when a Republican won. Explanation. To figure out who had the bigger wins in presidential elections from 1992 to 2012, look at how many more electoral votes each winning party got compared to their opponent. Comparing the averages, 185 from Democrat is significantly larger than 22.5 from Republican. Question 8 is based on the following graphic. The graph displays voter turnout rates among registered voters during both presidential and congressional midterm elections between 1980 and 2008. Question 8. Based on the chart, the average midterm election turnout is roughly what percent of the presidential election turnout? A. 70%, B. 10%, 57 și 5%, D. 50%. The correct answer is A. 70%. Explanation. On average, about 39.7% of people vote in midterm elections, while around 56% vote in presidential elections. If you divide the midterm turnout by the presidential turnout, you get roughly 70.9%. So, midterm turnout is about 70% of the presidential turnout. Question 9 is based on the following chart. Question 9. According to the federal tax rate chart, what was the median tax rate for middle-income households from 2005 to 2009? A. 13.8%, B. 11.6%, C. 12.80%, D. 14.00%. The correct answer is A. 13.80%. Explanation. To find the median, we first need to arrange these numbers in ascending order. Sorted tax rates: 11.1, 11.6, 13.8, 13.9, 14.0. Since there are 5 data points, an odd number, the median is the middle value in the sorted list, which is 13.8%. Question 10 is based on the following chart. Question 10. What conclusion can you draw about unemployment during the 1930s? A. Unemployment steadily increased throughout the 1930s. B. Unemployment peaked early in the decade and then gradually declined. C. Unemployment rates in 1940 matched those of 1928. D. Unemployment remained above 20% after 1932. The correct answer is B. Unemployment peaked early in the decade and then gradually declined. Explanation. The graph clearly shows the highest point of unemployment within the 1930s occurring in 1932, where it reached approximately 23%. This is early in the decade. After 1932, the rates show a continuous decrease, from approximately 23% in 1932 to about 16% in 1936, and further down to about 8% in 1940. This represents a gradual decline after the peak. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for updated videos every week.